Going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Jimenez Arms JA-32. It's calibered in the 32 auto. This isn't a brand new unboxing. I actually got this about a month ago, but I wanted to show you exactly how it came. I picked it up at a gun show, paid I think $157 with taxes and everything. I had actually seen these on the internet before, and seen some good and bad reviews on them, so I wanted to pick one up and see for myself. Let's go ahead and open it up. Comes in a decent box. Get your manual. One good point right off the bat is it comes with a lifetime warranty, which is also always good with a gun, and also is made in the United States. With the gun, you actually get 2 magazines, which is pretty uncommon for an inexpensive gun, so that's a pretty good extra. Also with the gun comes a 5-point lock, which serves its purpose. It's actually a pretty decent little lock. Comes with 2 keys. Do a safety check. Visual check. Gun's clear. The gun itself, in my opinion, is actually pretty decent looking. Other people might disagree, but it's small, but I think it has a pretty good appearance to me. This is the two-tone, black on nickel. I think there's an all-black one and also an all-nickel version also. It does have something different that some people complain about that I've seen, but I don't understand why. It has the European-style magazine release, which it is different than the push-button release, but you know, in a hurry, magazine will come out just as easy. The gun is a single action only. The trigger, it's probably the worst thing on the gun that I've seen so far. I have about 200 rounds through it so far. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's 200 rounds is the recommended break-in period for this gun, so I waited till at least then to do the review. The slide is it's pretty nice. It's a little bit gritty, but it's decent. The size, I mean, this is a pocket gun. If you can see my hands right here, about fits in the palm of my hand. A size comparison to this that I have on hand is a Taurus. I have a Taurus PT-22, and they're relatively the same width at the slide, but actually the handle on the 22 is actually a little thicker on the Taurus. The gun, again, it's in 32 caliber. It's not the easiest round to get, but it's fun to shoot, and it's surprisingly pretty accurate.
Take a look at the
32 and the 22, just for a little size comparison. Considerably bigger. Some of the likes about it for me, like I said, there's been a lot of bad reviews on this gun on the online, and mostly the bad reviews were on the same gun but in the 380. I've heard that they came out with this by Jimenez recently. This is the same frame as the 380, but this is in the 32, and there's been a lot less problems with this version. Some of the dislikes are obviously going to be, like I said, the trigger doesn't feel the greatest, but it's not horrible. I mean, the gun itself feels pretty good to shoot, but another dislike I would have to say is the slide isn't actually steel. It's made out of a Zamak material, they call it, which is like a composite metal. But I haven't had any problems with it so far, and with the lifetime warranty, I guess if anything happens to it and there's a problem, they're going to take care of that for me. It's fairly easy to disassemble. Take the magazine out, move the slide back a little bit, take a screwdriver, press in and up, and it comes right apart. You have the gun part of the gun here. It has a mounted barrel. That's the recoil spring. The slide, I'm not going to take it completely apart. There's a lot of videos how to take these guns apart, but yeah, it's nothing too crazy. The next thing I would want to look at is the sights on the gun. They're pretty minimal, but pretty accurate. Get a decent view right there. They're not adjustable at all, but I'm getting 2 to 3 inch groupings at 7 to 10 yards, which is probably about the range, as far as ranges you're going to be using this anyways. Another feature is the cock indicator. As you can see, lets you know that the gun's cocked and ready to fire. It's blowback action and does not lock on the last shot. The slide doesn't lock back on the last shot, nor does it have a slide lock to let it lock back at all, but I guess they couldn't build that into this for some reason. I know the Kel-Tec P32 does have a slide lock on it, but it's not too big of a deal. Also, the manual suggests US made 71 grain FMJ ammo, and that's all I would use pretty much. I've tried a couple other European brands of 32, and the American stuff just seems to work a little better, and it's always good to use exactly what the manual tells you. It also says do not use +P with this gun, so I'm not going to do that. And actually in a 32, a full metal jacket, you're actually going to do more damage than a hollow point, because you're just going to get more penetration with this caliber and not as much expansion. The next point I want to come across is the safety. It's located right below the slide here. It's actually a pretty decent safety. It's easy on and off, not too complicated. You can still take the magazine out with the safety on, but you can't load a round in the chamber with the safety on or pull the trigger. Would I carry this gun? Yeah, I would. I think a .32 caliber is definitely enough to get your point across, and you could put quite a few rounds in someone pretty quick. I forgot to mention the magazines are 6-round magazines. It's not bad for the size of the gun for a single stack. Would I carry it loaded in my pocket? Probably not. Again, this isn't an inexpensive firearm. I mean, I wouldn't put this up with a SIG or a Glock or anything like that, but for what it's worth, I think it's a pretty decent gun for the price. Performance-wise, like I said, I've put 200 rounds exactly through it, and every time I put a bullet in the chamber, it's gone bang, and pretty accurately too. I've had one stovepipe, no failure to feeds, no failure to ejects, and you know, the gun was brand new out of the box, so for the break-in period, it wasn't much of a break-in. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty decent little gun in my eyes. You may have a different opinion. But yeah, I know on a lot of the forums and stuff, people put down Jimenez a lot, and I can understand why from this, some of the history of the company. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys my point of view on it, and of this caliber, because I haven't actually seen another review on this caliber. But yeah, appreciate you guys listening, and if you have any comments about it or questions, just post something below, and try to get back to you on that. But there it is, the Jimenez Arms JA-32. Thanks, guys.